There's a new article being shared on LinkedIn talking about the patent minefield in blockchain. Now, most people assume that blockchain is open source, and for the most part it is. But really, open source only covers copyright and trademark. It doesn't actually cover patents. And what a patent is a patent protects an inventor and his invention from unlicensed corporate commercial use. Now, not all patents are created equal. Some are more foundational than others, and then other patents are built on top of that. Very similar to land. You can't just build a house on top of land you don't own. You need to lease or buy the land first. So this is actually depicted in the article that I'm about to touch on right now. So here they show a land deed, and we have a builder here in shock realizing that they're building on land they don't actually own. And here's the title, The Hidden Patent Minefield in Blockchain, a $100 million risk you are ignoring. And this is written by Todd Price, and again, this is shared on LinkedIn. So I'm going to go through the article right now. Your blockchain project might already owe 5 to 10% of transaction volume in licensing fees. You just don't know it yet. Last week, a CEO told me there was no risk of patents exposure because if they were ever targeted, they would just open source the code. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but patents cover methods, not code. Open sourcing your implementation doesn't protect you. It documents your infringement. Welcome to the blockchain patent minefield, where 4,000 plus patents cover everything from basic multi-signature wallets to smart contract execution, and most enterprises don't even know they're walking through it. The $100 million wake-up call. Veritaseum versus Coinbase wasn't just a lawsuit, it was a warning shot. So I'm actually going to take a step back here. Veritaseum actually sued Coinbase for $350 million, and they actually sued Circle USDC for $350 million as well. So $350 million each. And I actually wrote an article about this right here on X, and I will make a video about this shortly, but I am going to get back to this article here. So basically, Coinbase challenged Veritasium's patents in the Patent Trials and Appeals Board of the USPTO, and basically Coinbase was denied their IPR petition, and you can find more information about this at IPR 2023-00751. And you'll see there that the IPR challenge was actually denied based on lack of merit. The USPTO felt that Coinbase didn't have any merit to challenge Veritasium's patents. This actually raises the risk to treble damages. So if Coinbase willfully is infringing on Veritasium's patents, they could be held liable, again, treble damages. That's triple. So that could take us into the billions of dollars here. So I'm going to get back to this article. A single patent on secure method for processing digital currency transactions led to a lawsuit seeking hundreds of millions in damages. The message? Even the biggest players aren't immune. But here's why it should terrify you. Coinbase, at least, had the resources to fight. What happens when patent holders come after your enterprise implementation? The patent landscape, everything is already claimed. Through our analysis of patent filings, here is what's already covered. 1. Multi-signature wallets and key management. What's patented? Shamir's secret sharing schemes, threshold signatures, and key splitting. Who it affects? Every exchange, custodial wallet, or enterprise key management system. Example, nChain's portfolio explicitly covers the multi-party key management that Coinbase uses for cold storage. 2. Transaction validation and processing. What's patented? Core blockchain transaction validation and execution methods. Who it affects? Any system processing on-chain payments or settlements. Reality check. The basic act of validating and executing blockchain transactions is patented territory. 3. Smart contract logic. What's patented? Encoding conditional logic into transactions. Boolean logic gates its scripts. Who it affects? Anyone implementing programmable conditions based or beyond simple payments. Specific example, patents cover turning blockchain scripts into logic gates and or XOR, the foundation of all smart contracts. Oracle integration. What's patented? Methods for feeding external data into blockchain contracts. Who it affects? DeFi protocols, supply chain systems, and any blockchain using real-world data. The trap, trusted oracle. Mechanisms for price feeds, weather data, or event outcomes are explicitly patented. 5. Cross-chain bridges. What's patented? Methods for moving assets between blockchains. Who it affects? Every bridge, wrap token, or cross-chain protocol. Technical detail, the Congress model using threshold signatures for two-way pegs is patented. So just to be clear, this is not all Veritaseum's patents. He's talking about patents in general. So all these systems here are actually patented by a variety of different companies and people. So number 6, privacy and confidential computation. What's patented? Garbled circuits, secure multi-party computation on blockchain. Who it affects? Privacy protocols, confidential smart contracts. The kicker? Key privacy methods were patented years before most privacy coins launched. The open source delusion. Here's the brutal truth most lawyers won't tell you. Open source code does not equal patent protection. Patents cover methods and processes, system architectures, and problem-solving approaches. They don't care about your specific code implementation, whether you published it on GitHub, if you slapped an MIT license on it. In fact, open sourcing can make things worse. Documentation of infringement, your code proves you're using the patented method. Wider distribution, you're helping others infringe. Liability, damages fall upon you for distribution. Easier detection, patent holders can analyze your code for violations. The N-chain arsenal, 1,250 plus patents and the collapsed promise. One entity holds the nuclear arsenal of blockchain patents, N-chain with over 1,250 patents covering fundamental blockchain operations. They're not alone. IBM, Bank of America, and others have been quietly building massive portfolios. In 2022, N-chain founded IPW's blockchain smart pool for a compelling offer. Free for companies under $1 million revenue, $500 a year for $1 million to $10 million revenue, and $225,000 a year for companies over $10 billion revenue. But here's the brutal update. IPWE filed for bankruptcy in January 2024 and entered Chapter 7 liquidation by March. The smart pool is gone. The patent piece for a fraction of litigation costs evaporated overnight. The current reality in 2025? No more one-stop patent pool. Direct negotiations with N-chain, fragmented protection landscape, and patent holders emboldened by the vacuum. Calculating your patent risk post-IPWE era. The risk levels haven't changed, just your options for protection. High risk, 90% chance of infringement, multi-sig wallets, smart contract execution, Oracle integration, and cross-chain operations. Medium risk, 50% chance. Custom consensus mechanisms, novel cryptographic schemes, specialized transaction types. Lower risk, 20% chance. Basic payment processing, standard blockchain operations, and simple token transfers. Budget reality, without the smart pool safety net, you're exposed to the full 5 to 10% licensing demand. The IPWE collapse, a cautionary tale. IPWE's vision was revolutionary. AI-powered patent analysis, $40 million invested. Blockchain-based global patent registry, smart pool licensing models, and patent NFTs as tradable assets. What killed it? The same complexity they tried to solve it. Patent holders wanted individual control, not pooled licensing. The market wasn't ready for patents as infrastructure. It still sees them as weapons. The lesson? Even the best funded patent solution couldn't survive the reality of blockchain IP warfare. Protection strategies. What's left in 2025? Direct patent licensing. N-chain now requires direct negotiation. Cost, whatever they demand, no more tiered pricing. Reality, They hold the cards. You hold the checkbook. 2. Defense alliances. Limited protection. Lot network. Free under $25 million revenue. Only protects against troll acquisitions. Doesn't help with direct enforcement. Patent challenges. Expensive and uncertain. 3. Patent selection. Risk-based. BSV must negotiate directly with Nchain. Hyperledger, IBM's limited indemnification. Ethereum, total exposure. You're on your own. Build your own chain, still infringing method patents. The new budget reality. Protection costs. FTO analysis, $100,000 plus initial. So this is freedom to operate. And this actually is an interesting point because a lot of companies have recently gone public, example, Coinbase and Circle, USDC, and they were able to do so and approved by the SEC without needing a freedom to operate, proving they actually own the IP that they're actually using. Direct licensing, 5 to 10% of revenue if available. Legal defense fund, $1 million minimum. Ongoing monitoring, $50,000 a year. Without protection, reserve 10 to 15% of eventual litigation. Budget for business disruption. Plan for potential shutdown. The uncomfortable new truth. The IPWE or the IPWE collapse made everything worse. 2022, join the smart pool for protection. 2025, good luck negotiating with patent holders. The patent gold rush already happened. The pooled solution failed. Now you're facing, number 1, the direct enforcement actions, which are increasing. Number 2, no coordinated defense, IPWE or IPWE is gone. Number 3, emboldened patent holders. They smell blood. The waiting game, why patent holders haven't struck yet. Here's what most don't understand about patent strategy. Timing is everything. Just like what happened with mobile phones patents, blockchain patent holders are playing the long game, waiting for the technology to mature and businesses to become dependent before enforcing. Why wait for Terranode plus enterprise adoption? Number 1, damages calculation. Patent litigation damages are based on actual market impact and lost profits. Hard to claim significant damages when your own technology isn't commercially developed. With Terranode running on mainnet and enterprises using BSV, you can demonstrate real economic harm from infringement. Defensive positioning. We're not patent trolls, we're actually building and using this technology. Courts and juries are more sympathetic to companies that practice their patents versus non-practicing entities. Shows good faith commercial use before enforcing IP rights. 3. Strategic leverage. Once enterprises are locked into BSV ecosystem, competitors face harder choices. Litigation becomes about protecting established market position, not just IP theory. Can offer licensing as alternative to lengthy court battles. 4. Proof of concept. Demonstrating 1 million plus transactions per second on mainnet proves the patents aren't just theoretical. Shows BSV can deliver what the patents describe at commercial scale. Makes it harder for defendants to argue patents are invalid or non-essential. The timing window. Once BSV has major enterprises deployments running on Terranode, Nchain likely pulls the trigger. At that point, they can show real commercial harm from infringement. Proven technology that works at scale. Established market position worth protecting. It's a patient strategy that maximizes both the likelihood of winning and the potential damages. The mobile phone industry showed us this playbook. Wait until the market matures, then collect. The bottom line, the smart pool promised salvation. Its collapse proves a harder truth. Blockchain patents are weapons, not infrastructure. With Nchain holding 1,250 plus patents and no pooled protection available, you have 3 options. 1. Negotiate directly, expensive and uncertain. Risk litigation, Veritaseum sought 100 million plus. And 3. Abandon blockchain, no. Patents are a game of chess marathon. You sprint or get winded or fail to see several moves ahead. You, your business model, your DeFi, your investors and customers are up for a very rude awakening because blockchain was always meant to operate on top of the real world, not in spite of it. So again, this is an article written by Todd Price on LinkedIn, and it's a little bit more specific to end-chain patents, but he makes some very valid points here. And we can already see the IP wars starting. Right here we have Bancor sues Uniswap for patent infringement over decentralized exchange smart contract tech. And of course we have the Veritaseum versus Coinbase lawsuit for $350 million. And we also have the Veritaseum versus Circle USDC, again for $350 million. So I plan on making videos about all these in the coming days, so keep an eye out for them. And speaking of patented technologies, the second batch of the Veri smart metal silver rounds have begun shipping. So if you have one of these on order, keep an eye out for your shipping confirmation. And if you'd like to find out more about these Veri smart metal silver rounds with embedded NFT technology, you can check out the veridao.io website. That's veridao.io. And you can look at how you could pick yourself up one of these Veri smart metal silver rounds. Thank you again for all your support, and I look forward to seeing you guys next time. All right, everybody, have a great day.